Good Tuesday evening, Southeast Texas. Welcome to 12 News Plus. We're going to take a deep dive over the next 15 minutes into your forecast over the next 7 days. Right now, we've got crystal clear, easy for me to say, crystal clear skies out there in wake of our front last night. It's a weak one, but we'll see a stronger front coming up overnight and tomorrow morning. This view of the clear skies and Beaumont traffic moving fine and dandy on Interstate 10. Courtesy of Mid-County Plumbing and the Roofing 911 Skycam Network. In your allergy report, got a little bit of a problem as far as mold, back up to high levels, and weed pollen, yes, it's ragweed, at moderate levels today across Southeast Texas. So here's the plan over the next 7 days. Cold mornings and sunny, mild afternoons are expected through the end of the week. That includes Wednesday, Thanksgiving, and Friday. Showers and storms look very likely as we head towards Saturday night, and then it looks like maybe some gumbo weather. That means cold and wet as we head towards, say, Monday and Tuesday of next week. We're talking lows well down in the 40s, and highs may not get out of the 50s with rounds of rain expected. So fast forward into tomorrow morning, and by 7 a.m. we ought to have another stronger front right along the coastline. That'll knock temperatures down to around 50, maybe the upper 40s in the lakes area, and into the low to mid 50s in the triangle. So a chilly morning across Southeast Texas. And by the afternoon, here's my forecast for tomorrow, 68 here in the triangle. It'll be a breezy day, winds out of the north at about 5 to 10, some gusts to 20 possible, with lots of sun and lower humidity. Modeling is close. I don't think it's as cold. It needs to be a little colder on the lows tomorrow morning, but 68, that's good. Lots of sun. No, how are you going to get rain with clear skies? That never ceases to amaze me how these models just, anyway. Then for the lakes area tomorrow, after a actually a cold start near 50, you'll see also a breezy north wind tomorrow in wake of that cold front. 65 your high tomorrow at low humidity, and again, it's going to be breezy across all of Southeast Texas. We expect it to be colder than what you see there and dry in the morning and into the mid 60s tomorrow afternoon. So that's your hour by hour forecast. So here's the deal. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday going to be dry. No rain expected. Saturday, we're going to go with 50% coverage mainly during the afternoon. That goes to about a 70, 80, or 90% coverage Saturday night. Some leftover 50%ers coming up on Sunday. We may have a break Sunday evening, and then rounds of rain coming in Monday and Tuesday. We'll go with fairly low conservative values at this point since we're so far out into the future. We're talking days 6 and 7, so 40 to 50% coverage seems reasonable. I know I can get that as far as in the forecast. I feel very confident that we'll see at least a 40 to 50% coverage as we head towards Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. Otherwise, as far as rainfall, round of rain coming up Saturday night, and then another round as we head on into Monday and Tuesday. That could total around the 1 to 2 inch, maybe 2 inches plus in spots through the next 7 days. That would certainly help across Southeast Texas. We didn't get much out of the rains last night here in the triangle, so it was a little disappointing. So take this with a grain of salt, but that's the potential. No guarantees, but that's the potential through the next 7 days, and this would certainly be good news for the moderate to severe drought over Southeast Texas, as we're well over 8.5 inches below normal, at least in Beaumont. No changes as far as the drought or as far as the current burn ban. Still Jasper, Newton counties, and Liberty counties under the burn ban. So tomorrow, we're talking about wildfire danger across Southeast Texas. We're going to see some breezy winds, 15, 20, maybe some occasional 25-mile-per-hour wind gusts behind that front. So we've got wind coming up tomorrow. Plus, we are going to see much drier air mass moving into Southeast Texas. There you can see, the lower the numbers, the drier the air mass, and that is what we're going to see coming up tomorrow. Because of the dry air, or drier air, and also the lower humidity, and also the breezy north winds, we'll see a moderate risk of wildfires across much of Southeast Texas. So fires may start, but the good news is that they may not spread too rapidly. So just be careful with fire. We've seen worse fire danger, and we can get through this. Otherwise, not a bad night. It's going to be a chilly night, especially tomorrow morning for the kiddos. They will need jackets and coats in the morning, but they won't in the afternoon. As right now on the Pro Roofing Concepts satellite and radar loop, looking at temperatures in the mid to upper 60s and lower 70s in Port Arthur. Just a few clouds over towards Vermilion Parish and also eastern Cameron Parish. Otherwise, we're expecting clear to mostly clear skies across the area tonight. As far as rainfall, this was a big disappointment. The whole shebang yesterday as far as the severe weather, tornado watch issued by the Severe Storms Forecast Center is now the Storm Prediction Center. We had two tornadoes over towards Houston, then nothing happened over our area. Not a surprise. Otherwise, anywhere between nothing over towards Winnie and parts of Port Arthur to as much as over 3 inches over Jasper, northern Jasper, and northern Newton County. So they were the big winners. Tyler, really the lakes area was the big winner as far as rainfall last night and yesterday. So that's at least some folks got some rain helping on the drought. Otherwise, current temperatures are fairly mild across our neck of the woods, a little warmer down in South Texas, and going to be a cold night up and towards the Texas Panhandle. They're already down to 41 in Amarillo, 57 in Wichita Falls and Lubbock. This is the second stronger front that I was alluding to that'll be here coming up tomorrow morning. The first front that came through this morning is what caused all the shower and thunderstorm activity late last night and the wee hours this morning across southeast Texas. And again, this second stronger front will be here roughly around daybreak. We do not expect any real weather with this other than turning colder and breezy coming up tomorrow. No rain is expected with its passage that will come on in. And that's due to a trough of low pressure that is moving through the northern plains and into the central plains right now. That's what's going to be causing that front to push on through our area coming up tomorrow morning. So if you're doing any traveling tomorrow, this is just for tomorrow, I'll put together a travel weather forecast. The bottom line is we're not going to have any problems if you need to get to your destination here in Texas or Louisiana. It looks fantastic. Maybe a few showers down in deep South Texas tomorrow morning early, but as you can see, if you're headed over towards Lafayette or over towards New Orleans, Lufkin or Houston, Central Texas, San Antonio, Austin, if you're going up to Dallas or Abilene, the Panhandle, there's not going to be any wet roadways, so no problems weather-wise. Now, traffic's a different thing, and I can't help you with that. I can help you with whether or not those roadways are going to be dry. And it looks fantastic for any type of trip up maybe to Dallas or San Antonio, Central Texas, over towards New Orleans, all through tomorrow. So weather is not going to be an issue as far as travel across our general region. So some good news there. Now, there's the trough of low pressure that is going to be moving through. It's due to this trough that is up into the Great Lakes, extending down into our area. That's what's bringing the cold front. Again, we are at 18,000 feet on this map. The fronts are on the ground. They're what we call surface-based. And then this is up in the upper levels. These troughs, those bring shower and thunderstorm activity or snow and colder weather. Because now, as we head towards Wednesday, look at the flow. It's becoming northwest and west-northwest across the state, and that brings cooler weather, especially if you can kick that ridge of high pressure up along the west coast or into BC, British Columbia. That brings colder air down into the U.S. So that will be the case over the next 3 days. We don't expect any problems. Good looking forecast for Wednesday, Thanksgiving, and Friday. Become more zonal or flat flow as we head on into Friday. And as we head on into Friday, we'll be watching the southwestern U.S. because of a disturbance that will be headed our way as we work on into late Saturday, Saturday afternoon, and especially Saturday night ahead of another front. This will bring us a good chance of rain and thunderstorm activity. At least modeling is very adamant. We've got the GFS ensemble, the European ensemble, the Icon model, the blend. So that is what, 7 models I just named off, all showing at least a 60% coverage of rain and thunderstorm activity moving through our area coming up Saturday night. Surely not all 6 models could be wrong. Come on, that's certainly a possibility, but we feel pretty good right now at this point that with what we have in the forecast. Otherwise, We may get a break on Sunday afternoon and evening before this next disturbance comes on in. Certainly we're going to be colder, but we're also going to add rain to the mix. So if you work outside for a living coming up on Monday and Tuesday, not looking fun at all. At least we're not going to be in the 40s for highs. Probably going to be in the middle and upper 50s for highs coming up Monday and Tuesday. But when you add rain to it, not a lot of fun because of this disturbance coming on in. So turning wetter and colder as we head towards early next week is the bottom line. So the short-term forecast shows that front pushing on through our area, maybe mostly clear skies, and it should be along the coastline as we head towards tomorrow morning. So that'll knock low temperatures down into the upper 40s to around 50 degrees, and it should be, I think it'll be probably around 53, 54 in Beaumont to the mid and upper 50s down in Port Arthur. So a chilly morning. That front weakens, heads off to the south, and it looks like we will see tons of sun tomorrow with highs into the middle to upper 60s across southeast Texas. So no problems as we head on into Thanksgiving. On the Gulf, looking at choppy seas and a small craft advisory coming up tomorrow, and this because of that front pushing through. We'll see north winds at 20 to 25 knots early, and then they will be decreasing out of the north at 15 to 20 knots late. Again, choppy seas around 2 to 4 feet. Otherwise, our forecast for tonight, mostly clear to clear, upper 40s to around 50 up in the lakes, low to mid and upper 50s here in the triangle with north winds at 5 to 10 knots. Our forecast for tomorrow does include that breezy northerly wind across southeast Texas in wake of that front, and those winds could gust 20 miles an hour. So we'll go with sunny skies, much lower humidity. It'll be breezy and mild. We'll go with mid 60s in the lakes to the upper 60s here in the triangle. And again, did I mention low humidity? So for Wednesday morning, let's try that again. Wednesday is going to be beautiful. So Thanksgiving morning, I think we could see low temperatures into the upper 30s in the lakes area, closer to 40, maybe the low to mid 40s here in the triangle. Not the coldest Thanksgiving we've ever seen, but it's certainly nice to have the weather cooperate and match the calendar, right? And then for Thanksgiving afternoon, we expect high temperatures after a cold start to be into the low to mid 60s. Beautiful weather to play football after that big turkey dinner. Lots of sun, low humidity, no issues weather-wise across the area on Thanksgiving. Then Friday, beautiful weather. Going to be another cold morning, fantastic afternoon with highs in the mid 60s, we think. Saturday morning should be okay. Saturday afternoon, we'll start to see a scattering of showers and storms. And again, Saturday night is when we expect that shortwave disturbance in front to push in. So do not be surprised if we see likely rain and thunderstorm activity. We're talking 60, 70, maybe as much as a 90% coverage of showers and thunderstorms. That would probably be left over Sunday morning with that front pushing through as our winds then turn towards the north. Lots of clouds Sunday afternoon. We may get a break, only 64. Then with that approaching next disturbance after the front pushes through, a next disturbance overriding that cold air or chilly air, looking at lows well down into the 40s, and highs may not get out of the 50s coming up both Monday and Tuesday. And it looks like Tuesday will be the coldest morning around next week, with highs only in the mid 50s, and that's with occasional shower activity. So it looks like cold couple days as we head on into Monday, Tuesday of next week across southeast Texas. And again, the big story is beautiful weather as we head on into the next 3 days. Perfect timing as far as Thanksgiving holidays. Showers and storms become much more likely coming up